So this is a bit of an unusual video for me to do. I usually do videos about sneakers, upcoming releases, 10 days down the line, 2 weeks down the line, and kind of this does fit in with that because this is an April the 19th sneaker that you can get your hands on, but it's not the usual way, which is to buy them, because this is a draw for a friends and family pair of sneakers. Now 4 people can win this pair of sneakers at Sneaker News, and I'm here today to tell you the process to go through to get your hands on those and to enter that draw, but also to tell you how easy it is to do that, and then of course have a look at the shoes. But that whole thing about it being really easy to do, I can't explain in detail enough about how simple it is. It's really simple. There's a lot of times when you see drawers or raffles or things like that, and you're thinking, oh man, I can't be bothered doing that. Probably have to do X, Y, and Z. I'll have to, go on Instagram and like the post and then share the post with 4 people and then write something in the comments and all that kind of stuff. No, it's super simple. That's the main thing I want you guys to take away from this video. You can enter a draw for a pair of Bape sneakers. It's a collaboration with Sneaker News, and it's as easy as that. I am not kidding. So let's get into all that today as we take a close-up look at the upcoming release on April the 19th of the collaboration between Sneaker News and Bape. This is the Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel des.毎日アップするので、毎日見てください. And every single day I bring content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews, and we're right on the cusp of whether this video fits in with that description. Upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews. I suppose sneaker news is probably the one because, like I said, sneaker news itself, I never really thought of that, sneaker news itself, the channel, no, it's not channel, the website, are doing a collaboration with Bape, and you can get your hands on one pair of shoes. And it's already very rare. This is not a general release, it's a friends and family shoe, but 4 of them are going out there to people who want them. And basically there's 6 shoes. If you enter the draw and win, you get to choose which one of the silhouettes you want, and any size pretty much is available to you out there. So it's very well worth getting into. It's worth doing it. I mean, the shoes are cool themselves. A collaboration with Bape is great. It's extremely rare, friends and family, or the collaboration between Sneaker News and Bape is very rare as well. So it's a win-win all around. So let's do this. Let's get into this, and I'll tell you about all those things I want to, especially why it's so easy. I'm not kidding, it's extremely easy. So first, step by step, why it's so easy, and then we'll get into the actual shoes and you can see what you'd be getting your hands on. So part 1, you go to the Sneaker News website, and this is what it currently looks like. Now, of course, those stories change around. I think I'm right in saying there's a pair of red Jordan 5s on there which dropped today in Japan. This video is being made on Saturday the 10th, and it'll probably go up on Tuesday the 13th, maybe 10, 11, 12, 13th, and that's 6 days before this draw closes. It closes on the 19th. So anyway, that's a picture of a screenshot behind me on the green screen, a picture of the Sneaker News website right now on Saturday, April the 10th. And you can see that there's the main sort of feature is those red Jordan 5s, but there's 2 feature stories, one of which is the Bape and Sneaker News collaboration draw right there. So part 1, you go onto the Sneaker News page and you find that Bape and Sneaker News collaboration. Click on that and it will bring you to a page that looks like this, which is the story about those shoes. And if you scroll down a little bit from that, you get to a box of text. Now that's how it always is at Sneaker News. Put a picture at the start, box of text with a bunch of information about the shoes and the drop date, and then a bunch more pictures below that. So it's that text box that we want to be in. Now it might be hard to see, hopefully somehow that it's showing up behind me here on the green screen, but there's a link right at the bottom of that text box that says Sneaker News Store, and if you click on that, it'll take you to the drawer page, which we hopefully are looking at right now, and you can see right in the middle of it, it says, I think, enter, if I remember rightly. So it's very easy just to get to that. I mean, it's just a couple of clicks. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to register for anything. You don't have to share any information. All you're doing is clicking your way through 3 simple clicks to get yourself to the drawer entry point. And when you do that, you get to a page that looks like this. These are the only details that you need to supply to get into the drawer. Your first name, and your last name. That's pretty simple. You don't even need your date of birth. Then there's also the email address, I think if I remember rightly is the other thing on there. And then finally your postcode or zip code. Now it's interesting that it says postcode or a zip code, because a zip code to me is American, a postcode to me is British, which makes me think that these shoes, you could win them and they'll be delivered anywhere in the world. I do not know where they will deliver these, but because it says postcode / zip code, I'm wondering, maybe, just maybe, this has got a worldwide reach, this drawer, and people like me here in Tokyo, Japan will be able to get their hands on these shoes as much as anybody else. So fingers crossed to that. But basically that's it. That's the 3/4, I don't know how you want to put that, pieces of information that you need to put in. Your first name and your last name, so your name is 1 point. Your email address is point number 2. I've already got my email that says you're confirmed as entered the drawer, so yay that. And then point number 3 is your post code. Now the last thing to put in is the size of the shoe you're after. Like I said before, they said any size. Now I'm a 12.5 US, and that's what I put in, so hopefully if I do win the drawer I'll be getting my hands on the 12.5 US, and that's it. And then you enter. Now I think the only downside, and it so isn't a downside, is that you're automatically entering for the Sneaker News newsletter that you'll get periodically in the email. Now A, you could just ignore it. B, you could set your email account up so that it goes straight to your trash and you never see it. Or C, you could be like me and be like, well, you know what, I love sneakers and I love getting sneaker news, so a sneaker newsletter, I can live with that. It'd be kind of interesting to get that and be able to see what's upcoming and what releases there might be coming down the line. So so that's the only sort of, I don't know if you can call it a caveat or a condition on entering the drawer, is that by putting your email address in, which is how you'll be notified if you've won or not, you're also entering yourself, you're registering yourself for the Sneaker News newsletter. And that's it. Your name, your email address, your postcode, the size, bang, click enter, and you're done. Like I said, there's no Instagram where you have to like this or put a comment there, or comment, when you have to do that thing on Instagram where you put like 3 other people's names in the comments, and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. I hate that kind of stuff. So it's great to see such a simple drawer as these. I'm already in there, and I'm hoping that that'll mean something. And like 4 shoes out of the thousands and thousands of people that will register, very unlikely that I'm going to get a hit. But how easy is it? Just pop your name in there, throw your hat in the circle, and you might just happen to be the one that gets chosen. So it seems to be worth it to me. And speaking of being worth it, we might as well finish this video by having a look at the shoes. So first things first, now I think I'm right in saying it's Bape Star and Bape Court Star. Now I don't know much about Bape shoes or sneakers, but I think that's the silhouettes, the 2 silhouettes we're dealing with. So one of them, I'll put it up right here, is, sorry Bape, but it feels like an Air Force One, maybe a crossover between an Air Force One and a Dunk sort of thing, the way that the outsole is designed, the positioning of the branding and stuff like that. But that's one kind of line, and the big shoe that you kind of focus in on those guys is definitely, I would say, I'm going to go with they kind of look like Tom Sachs Mars Yards. I don't know if you remember those guys, but they were behind me here on the green screen in that kind of beige and white and deep red colorway. You'll probably be looking at that Bape shoe there and thinking, you know what, I do remember a Nike like that. These are probably more like Dunks, actually, when I think about it, than anything else. And it's then this set here that's more like the Air Force Ones, and you can see the branding on the outsole and the midsole on there, which says Bape, and at the heel and stuff like that. So there's those 2 silhouettes. You've got one silhouette, like I said, which is kind of like a Dunk to me, and then another silhouette that's kind of like an Air Force One. Each of those has 3 different colorways in them, and of those 6 different shoes, if you win, you can choose one in your size, or in any size for that matter. So it's a great, a great a set of shoes and a great collaboration. Here's a pretty good shot here of the heels on one of the sets of shoes, and you can see the Sneaker News branding on the back, and then up higher than that the Bape branding on there too. There's also Sneaker News, or SN it says, branding on the heel on one of the silhouettes as well. So that whole tie up between Bape and Sneaker News, very highly and obviously represented in these shoes, and definitely a shoe that I recommend you guys dipping in there, going and checking it out, finding Sneaker News and following those very simple steps to register for the draw, because why not? You're not giving up that much for an opportunity to get a great shoe. Friends and family, very rare. With that being said, it's time for me to chip off and just finish up this video. So thank you guys for checking out the content. The last thing I'll do is I'll say the same thing that I say at the end of every single video, which is that I do this every single day, and that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.